Hey, welcome back to my channel. And today I have a review on Noriko's Taylor in the color Auburn Sugar, and this is the rooted version. I know there's a few wigs that have it non-rooted, but this is rooted. This is another color that I wanted for a long time and found a great deal from a wig sister. So I was able to try this out and I'm so happy I was able to. So Taylor is what they call an inverted bob. So she's short here and then long. So it's shorter and then gets longer from like a graduated standpoint. So I like these as opposed to just straight, because it's just a little more edgy, a little more, you know, has a little more style to it, a little more flair. The cuts that are just straight across, I just feel like aren't me. Like, you know, I had a cut like that when I was younger and I just don't want that right now. So I like the inverted. It just gives a little more edge. I could never have this sort of volume when I had my own hair. It just was not in the cards. So the fact that they make pieces like this, there's an Aesthetica has a piece, I can't remember the name of, John Renault has Mina. So there's, you know, it's a very popular, I mean, these came out a while ago, so maybe this isn't the style anymore, but I still see people with this style. Not many can pull it off because you need thick hair. I know like Victoria Beckham had a cut like that, and I'm starting to wonder if that was her real hair because it was like stacked. I don't know, some people have more hair than this wig and I just can't fathom that, so I don't know. But anyway, so this is an inverted bob. This color is so it has a dark brown root, and it's not as dark as, say, maybe like Shaded Peach, the 4. I would say this is probably more of like a 6, so it's not too bad. And then it's got like a mono part, so it's wefted mono part, and then it's got Auburn with this highlighting, and this is another color with Mystique, because you might not always be able to see these colors, but if you see it like in outdoor lighting, then the colors will pop, and I'm right next door to outdoor lighting, so hopefully this helps with the accuracy. That's why I do it. I don't do the bathroom lighting, I don't do the what's that circuit thing called, like ring lighting, because I want the color to be accurate. Of course, sun's going down now, so I might change the lighting. But this, you can see the color really good. It's not too showy, but this piece is a little shiny, so you will want to wash it or use dry shampoo on it, because I had wore it to work and one of the patients was like, oh, that hair is fake as beep. So I was like, oh, thank you, but whatever, it's all in good humor. So but it did look in that lighting, and I could see, as I was like, I had to talk to our provider on Skype, and in like indoor, that fluorescent lighting, it looked super shiny. So I was like, so I do recommend washing this and using dry shampoo, because it is pretty shiny, and you can tell just by feeling it. The fibers are very smooth and silky, and it's because of all the silicone that's on it. So you're gonna want to, you know, get rid of that if you want it to look a little more realistic. So she has a lace front. Now this is my hair right here. Oh, you can see my wig cap too. It's attractive. But so let me just pull it forward so you can see. There's hair stuck underneath, that's helpful. But honestly, I'm not gonna wear this off the face. But that is what the knotting, I mean, if you brush some like powder underneath that, it's gonna look fine. If you wanted to do off the face styling, I never do. I always had like a crappy forehead with hair and everything, so I just never did. But you definitely can on this side. It could just be this piece, but you know, dang, that's like super obvious, super wiggy. So you would be better off just leaving this down. Now I do have to tuck this behind my ears when I'm eating, because just for obvious reasons, it'll get in your face. So depending on what you're eating, Could be easier, could be better. Like if I'm like sitting there trying to eat like my salad, this hair will get in the way sometimes, and that does get a little irritating. But other than that, this style is not a problem. Like I said, if you just tuck it behind your ears like that, that part doesn't show. But if you try to do off face styling, you know, jigs up, you know, and it doesn't look good, and then people are like trying to look at you, but they're really looking at what's wrong with your hairline. I feel like this mono part is pretty good. You know, I've done some pictures on Instagram, and I've had this wig on in like a few other like videos, and people are like, what was that wig you're wearing? And you know, so the way it lays out, it does give it a natural look. So you know, I feel like right there it does a pretty good job for this being one of the more inexpensive wigs, especially if you get on a good sale price. It does pretty good. The parting does go all the way back here, so you can see if I pull it apart, it goes all the way back there. I guess if I wanted to pluck some more and make it look more realistic, then that would be a good idea. Now this cap, if I have a small head, and this would could practically go over my ears. It's like could squish my ears if I pulled it down all the way. So that means like the ear tabs go like right there. So like some of the other reviews, if you've looking at this review, you've probably seen other ones. So it is true, if you have a small head, this is big on it. I think some people like cut the ear tabs. You could, I don't know. I don't want to cut it, and I'm not that experienced with, I've never cut ear tabs. So I don't know how that would work on the wig. But I feel like, you know, with having a small head, there's not space up here. It's just the ear tab. So maybe it's not even having a small head. It's just the ear tabs feel very large. They feel like a big old like triangle on each side of my head. So I don't know, like that might make it a little more sweaty in the summer. I mean, I would say this would be perfect in the summer because it's you know, for the heat, but depending on where you live, this would be perfect in the winter if you have to wear coats all the time. I live in Arizona. I don't ever have to wear a coat unless we go up north to play in the snow. So this, you know, I wear my longer pieces in the winter, but this one would be good, you know, if you live somewhere where you need to wear coats because it's not going to rub on anything. So that would be, you know, something to take into consideration. You could also, you know, because it's got, you know, any synthetic wig with wefts is gonna have permatease. That's just how they keep the style of the wig together. Now this one is not, I'm not a fan of permatease, but so this has some, but it's not to where I'm like, holy cow, and it makes my head feel pillowy. This one, you know, it's minor pillowy, but it's only because it's wefted. Any wefted cap is gonna give that pillowy feeling, especially if it's synthetic. So that's just something to keep in mind. But you want to have some, like I said, and with this one, if you wanted to, you know, like I think what looks good is when this is more sleek, and then you can use some, sorry, my phone, someone called my phone. But you could, you know, make this more sleek and then use some alcohol-free shampoo or like some of the wig maker shampoo to volumize that up, and then that will look more volumized, and then keep this more sleek. So this is just another, this is one of those styles that no matter how it looks, people are going to be looking, because it's like not everyone can pull this off. Most people don't have enough hair for this. So you know, come out rocking this sort of style, like people are going to notice. And so just make sure you know everything looks in place, because you will get noticed in this wig, regardless of what color you have. So just be prepared for that. This, I really like doing this with these pieces, is leaving this hair up front and then tucking the other bit behind the ear, because it just makes it look more realistic, and you know, then add your facial features for a touch of realism. So yeah, I like doing that more than like a complete ear tuck, which you can, but I don't know, I think right there that looks a little too wiggy. So I think if you just do it like this, it looks better. You could even get really cute and get one of those cute little headbands to go with this. I think that would be a cute idea. But yeah, so there's not a ton of styling options for this because of the fact, at least with this piece anyways, because of that. You could meddle with this hairline a little bit more and do something like maybe twist it like that and clip it back. I mean, I could do it on that piece, just not this side. But anyway, so there's a few styling options you can do, but this style is really flattering if you have more of a round face. This helps elongate it. So if you're, you know, when we're looking for wigs, we want colors that help make us look younger. We help colors that, you know, make our eyes look really good, are slimming. So, and then are comfortable, of course. But so if you have more of a rounder face, this would be, you know, a good style to consider if you're wanting to look slimmer. I think when it's more just straight across and you have a rounder face, it's not going to work as much as in your favor because this helps elongate. So that's something you want to think about. Let me do a 360 for you. There's the back. And, you know, the back just feels like really good, healthy hair. So, and it doesn't, you know, like it's right there. So it's not going to rub on anything. But here's what she looks like. This is again Taylor by Noriko, and this is the color Auburn Sugar Rooted. It's a really beautiful dynamic color. It's darker. It's not as dark. I feel more comfortable in this than I do in Rosella. Rosella was pretty dark, and that was cola with cherry. So you know, I feel a little more self-conscious in that one, but this one isn't as dark. It's, you know, got the auburn. Wish I could be a redhead, but it's you know, got some of the blonde highlighting, so it's a pretty nice color. And what else was I gonna say? A piece like this will last a long time because this isn't rubbing on anything and the back's not rubbing on anything, so it'll last a very long time, unless you like wear it in front of the oven, then you know it won't. So anyways, this is all I have to say on this piece. She's a very popular style. You know, you could easily get her in a couple different colors. I don't know, but this is, you know, the kind that you could wear out like in the summer if it's hotter, or it'd be good for like winter, like I said, for jackets. So just depends on where you live. So if you like this video, I guess you can give it a thumbs up. If you give it a thumbs down, please let me know, because if you just leave a thumbs down and move on, I don't know how to make any improvements. So, and I want to make these videos beneficial and helpful. You know, like I said, this is, you know, I like to do it during outdoor lighting so you can see the realism of the color. It's just another person's perspective. Like, I have warm undertones, so you can see how this looks on someone with warm undertones. I have a round face, so you can see how this is slimming for a rounder face. And yeah, so that's why I like to do these things to be helpful. So when somebody gives a thumbs down and doesn't say why, then I can't help. So anyways, I would appreciate that. Thank you, ladies, and have a good day.